In this question here, we're going to be factoring a quadratic. And what we notice is that there is a number in front of the x squared term. So our a is not equal to 1. In this case, it's equal to 3. So let's go ahead and work through our steps here. And our first step should always be to look if there is a greatest common factor. So between 3x squared, 21x, and 30, is there a greatest common factor? Yes, there is, and it is 3. So we're going to be factoring out a 3 out of each one of our terms here. So if I factor out a 3 in the beginning, I'm left with x squared because 3x squared divided by 3 is equal to x squared. Next, I have 21x, so I'm going to be 21x divided by 3 will leave me with 7x. And then after that, 30 divided by 3 would give us 10. So plus 10, and that's going to be equal to 0. So now we have a much more manageable quadratic here, because if we look what's inside our parentheses, our x squared plus 7x plus 10, we can factor that very easily because there is no number in front of our x squared, which means our a is going to be equal to 1. So we're going to be factoring this part here. And so we're going to be looking for factors of 10 that add up to 7. So let's list those over here. Factors of 10. So let's start those first. We have 1 and 10. And then we have 2 and 5. So which one of these add to 7? 1 plus 10 gives me 11, so that one's not going to work. But 2 plus 5 does equal 7, so that one will be what we're using to, again, break up our middle term here. So now we're going to have 3 times x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. And now that we have that, we are going to go ahead and make it into our factored form. So we're still going to have that 3 on the outside. And then since, again, we have no number in front of our x squared, we can go ahead and just do x plus 2 times x plus 5. And that's going to be equal to 0. And so our last step here is to get our actual solutions by setting each one of our factors equal to 0. Because there is no x with the 3 on the outside of our parentheses, we don't have to set that one equal to 0. We're only going to be setting x plus 2 and x plus 5 equal to 0. So x plus 2 equals 0. Subtract 2 from both sides. That means our first solution is going to be x is equal to -2. And second, we have x plus 5 is equal to 0. Subtract 5 from both sides. So that means our second solution is going to be x is equal to -5. So our two solutions, again, are going to be x equals -2 and x equals -5.